listen to me like an athlete. She's two with the G's. They see no way. Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go. Yeah. Shooting star, yeah. All over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not what my way and go. Yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
They go play action here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Bears football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Coming out throwing is Williams. Has the connection to Odunze. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37.
Go.
Out of the pistol, Williams finds his man, Waddle. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress out the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays, too.
First down, Williams. Pass caught by Odunze. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Williams to throw on 1st. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Let's go. Check, check,
Slot man motioned over.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Williams to throw on third. And he has the Chicago touchdown! The Bears have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Returns looking good so far. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him over the middle. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 39. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. And he makes the left go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. He lofts it deep, right sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Pass play coming here. That's complete to Reed, out left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throw on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He has it at the 22. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Working from the gun, Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Setting up the running back screen. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go, set. 19 Lions. Ready?
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He sends this one to the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Bears take a 20-zip lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
The extra point is up. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing off the play fake here. He throws a bullet deep. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Bears get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go. Here we go.
They put a receiver in motion here left.
Go.
1st down throw by Williams. Chased out to his right. Doesn't make the connection. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Handoff now from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Come on, set. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Ready.
Williams from the gun. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears continue piling onto this lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return gets him to the... line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. He's dropping back to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here's a throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He's got this at the 27. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And they're going to take over possession. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. This is brought in at the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let's go now.
Working inside the red zone. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Williams set to pass. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
No!
Williams to throw. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Out now are the special teamers to try a Bears field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That one's complete, right side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 31. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, sack, cowboy 80. Go!
Throwing now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose, that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than it's designed, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down and he can catch and run, especially with the elite athletes at that position in this league, big plays follow.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Chooses to bring this one out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, smash truck, let's go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Christian Benford up to... A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here we go.
2nd and 4. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
They go play action on first. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Ready up.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Okay, ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Ready. Pass to the left. Pass to the left.
Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Set up. 18. Pioneer. Hut.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
70 range. 70 range. 79 Broncos. Hut, hut.
To throw is Williams. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Bears make it a 24-point ball game. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. It's the Lions. In trouble. It's third real long here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. His work begins at the 31. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10.
Go!
To throw, Williams. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
19 sack, ready?
Throwing again on second, Williams. Has his man, it's a Odunze. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Chicago first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Go!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Let's go!
Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the punt team gets to this one at the 17-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go!
They're going play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. So the big play gets them just beyond midfield. It's first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Ready?
He'll throw it. taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Bears make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Bears first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Taken in by Harrison. Still has some space inside the 35. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate, they stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go now.
The give up the middle. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Check. Nike 18.
Back to the well again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Going to the ground again on first. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Go.
Another carry for him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Rocco 80.
They give it to him again. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Brings up at the Lions' 8-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping it close.
Touchdown, Chicago! This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears grow their lead yet again. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Bears are going to take over after the interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Got it. Ready? Right there.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. We've reached the end of 3. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. A give now from the gun. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
70 Timberwolf. Tracking 60.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
This is complete to Gibbs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Able to get it to Reed. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throwing deep for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
That play is so impressive on so many levels, not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
19, Tigers, let's go. Go.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Working quickly here. From the gun on 3rd down. He has the 1st over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
Here we go.
Setting up a throw. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They'll try and throw it here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Trap 60.
Throwing from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Running it now out of the gun. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Simple dive up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed to his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Out now are the special teamers to try a Bears field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Not quite far enough, and no good. It's off the crossbar and out. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is brought in at the 15. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Lions putting up points in a game decided. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Bears are able to recover that kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And this isn't just anyone in O'Star.